who will be the next speaker of Uganda?
The next speaker of Uganda will be the one the MPs will vote for.
After accusing a man of being the rumor monger on the show, he can't even bring one rumor.
He has no rumors to give.
We have two of you rumor mongers here, and
I think the environment and aura in the corridors of Parliament are getting stuffy. With so many developing stories, there's lots that we are dealing with as journalists, and just make sure that we come up, we serve the nation with accurate, balanced, and fair stories. Quite many allegations moving around. I'm seeing some actions already happening. There is a meeting that happened between President Museveni, a delegation that he chose from the religious fraternity, but also top leaders within this country, and the Speaker of Parliament. And according to what we sieved from there, what we sniffed from there, the President was advising the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable ANITAH Among, to step aside to allow for another person to take on the speakership. And the backdrop of that is there's so many allegations of corruption, mismanagement of Parliament, and so many others. And the things have not really come today.
One of the alligator, or one of those who allege, is here with us.
No, I don't think she alleges. She has done a very wonderful job in bringing documents, and as a journalist, getting to a place where you can be trusted with such a document, it just shows you how journalistic you've become, how top notch of a journalist, and that's for me the topmost part of journalism, that you can access these documents from wherever, and all of them are authenticated, and they are very, very, very verified and true.
Well, what's your basis for saying they're authenticated?
Because the ones who have been alleged against have not run to court, for instance.
Have not denied.
They have not denied either. So
there is time. They can still go to court or deny.
So I think the race is getting stuffy, and I know the happiest person in all this in this room is the soon-to-be Right Honorable Lydia Wanyoto. I mean, she has kept a calm composure. She has not gone into the mad fight like we've seen all the other contestants do. I've held a number of interviews with her, tried to poke her to the letter, but you'll never get it.
You wanted to drag her in the sewage.
Pardon?
Wanted to drag her in the sewage.
You'll never just get her there, and I think she comes with clean hands in terms of throwing around tantrums and allegations. Who knows? She could be one of those that will be endorsed when they go to caucus. Your question was direct. We can only use the information that we have available to predict who could become speaker. But as of now, we've seen retraction of endorsement from PLU, which is a very big force in this leadership, because they have so many MPs that believe in them, and they could easily sway those to any side. And we've seen endorsement of
Museveni's son as their.
We have seen also endorsement of both. I understand he's going to be having a meeting to actually today he has a party where he's maybe going to make it formal that he's going to run for speakership. And we've interacted with a lot of stories here and there. So still a big debate. President Museveni could even wake up tomorrow and the son as well, and they say, no. Our sister Among, we are sorry, we have settled this, you can come back and stuff. So everything, in journalism, a minute is a very long time, because something can just...
In journalism or in politics?
In journalism.
Okay. And in politics.
And maybe in politics, because I'm not a politician, though, so I wouldn't know. Yeah. So
just before he finishes off, I've been watching, when you watch CNN or BBC, you see that UK, in politics, it's in total turmoil. Every 5 minutes counts.
Yes. Yeah.
So yes, in journalism, they are giving us those updates.
Yeah. So a lot is happening, and we just need to keep our eyes. Now, this is where
I just want to take you a little bit back. You're saying even Among is not out of it yet, Triple A.
Because I know that she's also putting up a spirited fight. I've just gotten some information, yet to be verified, that the deployment at her home and office have been changed drastically. New faces coming in and taking away the old faces that had been there. We don't know what it means. We don't know what it could turn into. But if she has been called to step aside, probably she's also going to make her case for a bargain of maybe I want a bigger position, or I want to be vice president or something. Like we've seen this happen before with the Right Honorable Rebecca Kadaga. So who knows, this could have.
Did she get a bigger position? Did she get a bigger position?
She was.
Eventually the rumors came. So you would agree, Abdul. Eventually the rumors came.
It was a matter of time.
Agatha, the other rumor monger.
No, I'm not a rumor monger.
Let's start with the big question on the table. Who is going to be Speaker of Parliament?
I think, contrary to what Derek says, that it will be who the MPs.
There was a constituency in the last elections, and people would ask, okay, let me give an example of Vugoidi County. So I said, who is winning Vugoidi County? I said, we don't know who is winning, but we know who must lose. So some of these questions, Oscar. So please proceed.
No, I think that for me, it's who President Museveni wants, and now his son. So I think that's where where we are not yet sure how much control is President Museveni remaining with. How much does his son have? That the son is in control, I think for me is not in contention. But the level, is it 80%? Is it 50%? That's it. And the one they decide to be speaker. So the rumor monger here was, I think, hiding his head in the sand to say it's who the MPs will choose. The MPs have never been allowed to choose on their own. When it was Kadaga and Mia.
Well, the last time they chose on their own, when it was between Kadaga and Triple A.
I have covered this speakership races.
Never been a race between Kadaga.
It was Kadaga and Olanya.
Yeah, it was Kadaga and Olanya.
Okay.
So I have covered these races since when we were moving from second to Kadaga. And it's always, Kadaga was the only one who at first had the muscle to fight for that position. The first time they didn't want her, but she had already mobilized enough, the women, the Baganda. She was very popular, very, very popular. And second was a very honorable person, didn't want to be subjected to that humiliation. So he said, you know what? Yeah. So the second time, remember the second time the campaigns between Kadaga and Olanya became also heated. The second time Kadaga is going to be speaker. And still, she muscled, she had her ways. She was popular, and even Among, by the way, is popular. The reason for their popularity is the one that is different. Kadaga was popular because for her, she actually cared about her MPs. MPs were like Kadaga's children. You saw the fight she put up for the rebel MPs when they were being just from parliament. So she had her groups. The women liked her. The Busoga, Eastern Uganda, but mainly the whole of Busoga. And even here, she hadn't angered people to see that, so even the second time, she put up a fight. There is no tool Kadaga didn't use to return. Is it because I'm a woman? Is it because I'm not from Western Uganda? Is it, how come others got 2 terms talking about second? And she would put Museveni in a corner. And you can only put Museveni in a corner if you have a big constituency, but also if you don't have skeletons in the closet. I do not think Among has that leeway now. So Among has been corrupt all her life, but especially the last 5 years that she has been. I cannot say allegedly because I have facts, so I cannot have facts and use allegedly. And President
It
Museveni,
is us who say allegedly.
yeah, and
We've not seen the facts
And
yet.
President Museveni, you have seen them. President Museveni knows that. For example, the budget of Parliament moved from about 400 billion the time she came to 1 trillion. Items that were never there appeared. People receiving money on their accounts for her appeared. Money being, and I still have more documents showing how money is picked up from Bank of Uganda on top of cars. She was even sanctioned for that. Now, President Museveni has had all this information. We know President Museveni acts when he wants. So he keeps it. If he doesn't want you in the race, it would have been different if Museveni had no problem with her. Now, I don't even know, even now on that, we don't know who has a bigger problem or a problem with her, but it's most likely his son. So now that he does not want you, he has...
Because she's popular with MPs.
He has facts. She's popular because she has money to give them. But the day she doesn't have it, because if you see the money she's been spending, no one wouldn't be. Every MP wants, she had already set aside 30 billion to use for this campaign. You should see the money she used in the SEC campaigns. I have been putting it out there, and there is more. I think she used about 50 billion in that campaign. So if President Museveni has said that I no longer want you, Kadaga doesn't have, Among doesn't have the strength of Kadaga of saying I am going to stand my ground. Because if you stand your ground and you want to go against me, when I have these files over you, you can end up in Luzera. And she knows that. I am sure she's smart enough to know that. I will be shocked if Among says, I will go against you, like Kadaga did more than twice, and say, I'll go against you and stand. I would be very shocked. This is how...
But some say she has always been a party cadre, so she wouldn't do that.
Who?
Triple M.
Has been a party cadre in the NRM
terms
that
of
he joined the other day.
Well, if a party tells her not to stand, it is said that she would not stand anyway.
So I wanted to tell you how she became speaker, because when we talk about Oboth now, I don't know if you guys know that Oboth was the choice for them after even Oranya's death.
Yeah. Yes.
So
even before
Among had already mobilized people. Do you remember how many people she went with to the secretariat for her expression of interest? All that is to show I am popular, I am. And when they tried to say, but do not contest, Among said, oh, please, at least let me be thrown out by SEC. For her, she had already given out enough money for SEC to vote for her. Now, the people that don't want her in have not taken any chances with that. They are saying, they are not giving her an opportunity to interact with SEC and the MPs. Because I'm sure they know that if they let her do that, like she did in 2022, she will win now. So I think that it is over for her now. If she continued and said, but also because now that everyone has known that President Museveni is not endorsing her to return, they will not vote for her, even with her money.
You say everyone knows that Museveni will not endorse her.
Yeah, because the meeting, the details of the meeting that happened on Thursday night are already out. Are already everywhere. Even the Monitor and NTV ran a story about them. Now, if they're out for us, they are out for the MPs, the people that they want to know them, they are out. There is also a reason why this happened.
You should see how I'm looking at you, me and Abdu and I, the way we are looking at you.
Abdu has been agreeing with me by all this while, because now
and clearing his throat.
Of course, Among is Abdu's friend. I'm sure he's sad, but it's not that he's thinking that what I'm saying is not true. there is a reason why this PLU withdrawal happened a day before Among is sworn in. Because Among had already mobilized to go with 200 MPs to be sworn in to show her power. Now, you do that to demobilize her. And of course, I agree with Derek that PLU is now powerful. An illegal entity, by the way. We don't know about it. We don't know what it is, but it is powerful. The only thing we differ on is it's not because it has so many MPs. No, it's because it is led by President Museveni's son, who is a serving army officer. So me, I get. I don't know whether to feel happy that a corrupt person is being seen as a corrupt person, or to feel sad about how low we are sinking, that, someone just comes up and says, this one is the one who is going to be speaker, this one can't be speaker anymore. As who? I mean, what's going on?
You remember the time we had Raymond Museveni here and he was saying, wait for that time. He said it 1 year ago. He said, wait for that time when PLU will start opposing NRM. Yeah. Is this the time?
But they are not opposing. PLU has, we are talking about the control that PLU's leader now has. So if he goes to his father and says, we cannot continue with this speak, and the father agrees, they are not opposing. Except the opposing is on the Kabanda and Nameere. You guys know how it ended. Nameere was disappeared. So it's really...
Is that factual as well? I saw a video on the screams and all.
Yeah, maybe if now she has been found, but it's factual that she was kidnapped last night.
No,
you can kidnap an MP?
Already.
Kidnapped. Like, we know how an arrest is supposed to happen. There was even firing, because Nameere also has a bodyguard. I have written on...
My friend here is Katesh.
No, your friend, I meant MK. I've written on Twitter before asking why Kabanda drives a parliamentary car. It is there. Even put the cars that came in for former speakers and deputy speakers, one went to Kabanda. And it is because he is close to the person that is misusing, abusing resources. So the boss of Kabanda should know that maybe go a bit slow, And Kabanda himself, go a bit slow and know that even you. But of course, it doesn't matter anymore whether you are stealing or not. What matters is, are the powers that be, have you angered them? Are they happy with you or unhappy with you?